How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you here for the Camping World Pineapple Bowl post game. I got to be honest with you guys about something. I'm really depressed right now. Why, you ask? It's because I really wanted to have a co-host for this video, and I don't have one. It's such a bummer.
Well, in the words of Laurel and Hardy, is another fine mess you got me into.
welcome everybody. My old buddy Shamrock Jerry. I am watching this game, or I watched this game from here in Dublin, Ireland. Took a little trip over here to welcome in the new year. And of course, you think I wouldn't involve Jerry in this? Of course I would. So, let's get right to business here. 33-9, the final score. Irish take care of the Iowa State Cyclones in the Pineapple Bowl. And yes, Jerry, I explained this to you already. It's not officially called the Pineapple Bowl, but that's what I'm calling it because these games are just too corporate, so they got to have some pizzazz and their own name and tradition to it. But what did you think of the game?
I thought Notre Dame did themselves great justice, especially at the end of the season, to make it 11-2, and basically, I reckon we're going to see something very special next year. We really are. I think Notre Dame, with this win, even though it's a small bowl, are going to do some fantastic things next year. I'm still glad that Brian Kelly is in charge, even though there's a lot of fans out there, which I don't consider Notre Dame fans, keep harping on top of this coach. I mean, this coach has taken us to a championship bowl. He's taken us to many a bowls as well, and has fairly made good credit for Notre Dame and the university and for the Fighting Irish. So next year as well is another great opportunity because the Fighting Irish are coming home to Ireland, which is a fantastic thing, and I hope to see every Notre Dame fan that wants to come to this country of their forefathers, the old country. It'll be brilliant to see. It's absolutely fantastic. From the last trip that was here in 2013.
No, 2012.
2012, that's right. 2013 season, you could say.
Yeah, exactly.
So, they came over here, I think it was 50,000 American Notre Dame fans from all over America, even some from Europe that flew in, and it was just absolutely fantastic. So, with that adieu, wishing people, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And stay safe out there. Be good to one another. And I look forward to a season starting in September. And let's hope that the Notre Dame football team celebrate into the late hours this morning, because they well deserve it.
And also, you know what next fall means with Notre Dame and Navy coming back here. That also means that I'm coming back here. So two trips for me here to welcome in the new year with you guys, and coming back next fall to see you. So 2 trips over here in the span of less than a year. That's right. Freaking awesome. But yeah, Jerry, you made some good points, and that's actually something I've been telling people for quite a while now. So many Irish fans want Brian Kelly out. They like, fire Kelly, bring in this guy, bring in that guy. I understand there could be some changes, I guess, but like you said, Brian Kelly has taken this Notre Dame team to places that we haven't seen since the Lou Holtz days.
Well, you have to understand that, in sport, from the 1940s to the 50s, sport has absolutely changed. Although Notre Dame were at their peak in those days, and of course, it was at that time and era, yes, they were on top. But like everything else, it's gone so professional now that, you can't expect to just win a championship. It takes an awful lot. It takes an awful lot of in-thought, and not only that, a bit of luck as well. But that's what Notre Dame fans sometimes seem to just expect, that we can win a championship. Those days are well gone, and we should not be thinking that way.
Oh, it's hard to do that year in and year out.
It's brilliant. We should be happy that we've gotten to a bowl game and that we've gotten to it, keeping our credibility. If we do get to a championship next year, I truly believe that we can win one. And when we do win one, it'll be a great celebration to win one. But it's not. It's like I remember I follow a Gaelic football team over here, Dublin, and they won the championship in 1983, and it took 21 years later for them to actually win another championship, and it was like going through those doldrum years, and it was just hard to.
And that game that you're talking about, I remember it was a guy with the same last name as yours that kicked the game-winning goal to seal the deal.
That's right, yeah, Paddy Cullen. You know?
But so much potential for this Notre Dame team moving forward. And you actually bring up a lot of good points that I think a lot of Notre Dame fans could learn a lot from you on. But first off, let's just talk about this game today before we get too far ahead of ourselves here. But we didn't get a chance to see it right away because we had some shopping to do. But I think the big key difference in this game was we had two early turnovers in the first quarter that totally changed the direction of this game. And the Irish capitalized with 10 quick points off of them, and it was pretty much just it was set in stone from that point on.
Yeah, but it wasn't just a one-sided affair. When you have to think of Iowa State, fair play to them. They really put her up to the Irish and gave us a good game. They didn't just lie down. They kept at it and at it. But you could see the difference in the quality between the both set of players. You could see that Notre Dame at some stage were going to pull away. And even though it wasn't a high-ranking score of a game, that it boils down to the fair dues of Iowa State, and they can walk away with their heads held high.
Yeah, I give the Cyclones all the credit in the world. I mean, they had some really nice plays. They got deep in our territory.
Yeah, there was some sporting runs that just basically there were some little flashes of geniuses on their behalf. Where you could see them making calls and actually literally going for it and trying to go for it, and that's what you want. That's what people want in football. They don't want just the usual robot style of football. They want seeing people taking chances and going for it, and that's what makes people stand up on their seats.
Yeah, and of course, when you have players like Chase Claypool, who was the MVP for this game with 140 yards receiving and the one touchdown score. Ian Book, he was pretty on fire today, and it was nice. It was nice to see the run game get going. I mean, Tony Jones had the 84-yard scamper for the touchdown, and once the Irish found their stride, they really kept at it.
Exactly.
And the defense stepping up and making plays. I mean, this was overall a very solid performance, and it was the complete opposite of what I projected. I mean, we got on top and we stayed there, and we, like I said, I projected a 38-24 score, but these are the times where I love that I'm wrong. Holding them to 3 field goals, not one touchdown, a great performance by the defense. I mean, really, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, exactly. What more can you ask for? And this is something that we can build on in the new year, and we can see something very, very special being created here, and I'm very, very excited for next year. And this year we went up against some really tough sides like Georgia, which in their own backyard we gave them a fight, even though we lost the game, but we didn't lose by much. And that's something I'd like to say to Uncle Lou. The Irish just don't lie down, and especially with the southern states, there's a lot of Irish history there as well. There's a lot of connections between Irish, whether you're Protestant, Catholic, or of any other denomination of religion. If you've got Irish blood in you, you've got a history there. So with Uncle Leo,
I really wish you hadn't brought him up. That was not planned, people.
I just wanted to put that out there because Notre Dame is not just about Catholicism or anything else. It's more than that to us. It's about friendship. It's about science and education and everything else on top of that. And it's a part of the American family just as much as your team. And is part of the American family and culture.
Well,
You
and,
know,
and
that's what makes America great.
getting back to our football season itself, I was telling you right before we sat down to do this, the Michigan game was really our only bad mark of the season.
Yeah.
And it's it happens to the best of teams. You're going to have the bad days, and honestly, and the thing is that had we won that game, we'd be playing in a bigger bowl game. But it is what it is, and still, though, winning 11 games in a season, that's not too shabby. That's not something to scoff at. I know people weren't happy about the bowl game that we got, but I've always tried to preach to people, take the good with the bad.
Yeah,
things aren't always going to go your way.
Yeah, I mean, there's Keith who follows Tennessee Vols. They've had their hardship over the years.
Oh, say hi to Keith.
Oh, Keith.
I'm sure you appreciate that.
Hey, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, but go ahead with your thought.
And your friends, yeah. There are fantastic fans down there. And even you being down there, like seeing the Georgia fans and the Tennessee fans and Alabama, they have a great hardcore of fans. And,
absolutely.
They bring colour and they bring such panache to the games. And long may it be, and that's what it's about. And that's what rivalries are about, and enjoying it. And, without football, without fans, there would be no football. That's the way I'd say.
Without demand, there's no supply.
There's no supply, yeah.
But one last thing I want to get hear from you, Jerry, is
shout out to Walter as well.
Oh yeah. Well,
and our friends Pat, Woosley, and Cooper, and of course ND fan number 1. Shout out to you and Merry Christmas to you, man. And get your ass over here in Ireland for the big game. There's great golf courses over here you'd love.
And also one thing I gotta say too is to the user who calls himself depressed Steelers fan, eat shit. You can eat shit and stop sucking. Go back to sucking on your mom's tit.
Well, why'd you have to say that now?
There was a guy that left me a stupid comment before the game started. He's like, "You guys are just gonna lose anyway." So
why do you lend your senses to these people? I certainly wouldn't. I mean, for Jesus' sake, good luck. Anyway, look. So anyway,
I like having. I gotta have fun with the haters too.
Yeah, well, let haters be hating, but like that's the end of it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't lend my senses to them.
It's a bad habit.
Let the guys on the football pitch do the talking for you.
Well, the Irish did do the talking today for sure, and nothing to scoff at. But one thing I wanted to ask you from the game today, Jerry, what was your favorite part?
Getting the trophy. That was it.
Well, I meant like in the game itself.
Oh,
everybody loves getting the trophy.
I think that long the one when he took the field goal from a certain distance. That to me takes to kick a field goal. It takes a lot of skill and.
Are you talking about Jonathan Doerr's 51 yard?
51 yard. It takes a lot of skill, especially with pressure with especially when the game is only just beginning and brand new. You're trying to put some type of distance between you and the team.
You're probably the only one who would pick a long field goal over an 84-yard touchdown run.
Well, no, the touchdown was great. It really was. I mean, to me, the way I see it, a quarterback shouldn't hold the ball than more than 5 to 6 seconds and then let that fucking thing launch. The quicker you get rid of that ball, the quicker you're going to score.
Well, you are right, and I'm not making fun of you for it, but a 51-yard field goal it takes a lot of talent and a lot of concentration, a lot of skill. So it's kind of hard to argue that because you're absolutely right on that.
Well, the thing is tonight, Irish eyes are smiling.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are, and we're gonna celebrate a little bit tonight, aren't we, pal?
And they say when Irish eyes are smiling, Lou, they must be up to something.
But I gotta tell you something.
Go the leprechauns, what? Up the leprechauns.
But I gotta tell you something. If we do have a good time tonight, I gotta take it easy because that hangover this morning was not good, man.
No, it's all long.
I ran into what's called a snake bite over here.
Yeah, don't mix beer with cider.
No, I learned that the hard way. So on that note, people,
He was speaking to Huey on the big telephone last night. Huey! Huey!
I'm all out of thoughts on that one. All right. Well, look. Well, listen. Just to finish this off, I want to thank all of you for watching me for another year of Notre Dame football. God willing, there's several more to come, and also with this being a very special video, or having a very special guest with me in Shamrock Jerry.
Well,
this is my last football video of the season, Jerry, and I'm glad you were able to be a part of it. It worked out.
Well, we might make a video here because Sean is in Ireland, so
yeah.
So we might have a few educational videos.
We'll see
that we can show to our friends and people.
I guess I shouldn't have jumped the gun. There's actually that is the case that this is the last football video of the year because of the last game. But last game, no, I never said it'd be the last video. But yeah, we could do something like that. So
we wish you all the very best, and take care until next season. Go Irish!
Yeah, and a happy New Year to everybody. And as you guys always know how I end my videos, we'll do it one more time for the 2019-2020 season. God bless. Let's say it together, man. Go Irish!